So now that I finally checked out the Castlevania Dominus Collection, thank you to Keymailer and Konami for giving me a key, I got quite a few things to say, so let's just get into it. I streamed the game for about hour and a half or so. The full stream is on the channel if you want to check that out. But some quick thoughts. I'm sure these have already been talked about before, but as somebody who's played Castlevania for a few years and, did enjoy the games, just didn't play all of them, like the ones on this collection, minus Dawn of Sorrow, this is a good-ass collection, right? Konami has been doing quite good work when it comes to these collections. Last year, or was it this year, the Metal Gear Solid Collection Volume 1 was released, and that was actually pretty solid, minus a lot of the issues that it released with. But the content that it came with was there, right? It gave you what they told you were going to get, and it was a solid amount of games, right? Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3. With this Castlevania collection, right, a Dominus collection, you get 3 DS games that are all really high quality. Now, like I said earlier, I've only played Dawn of Sorrow previously. I had not played Order of Ecclesia or Path of Ruin. But, man, Order of Ecclesia in particular, that one really impressed me. That was the first one that I booted up. Started playing it, played it for about an hour or so before I started jumping through the other two. Yeah, impressive stuff, man. The sprite work and the game itself, it's aged well. If you're okay with playing 2D games, look no further here, right? The Castlevania formula, the Igavania formula in particular, is here in full, in all of its glory. So you can't go wrong with that. Combat is great. Music is excellent, as known for Castlevania. I genuinely think it's a good game, and I think I'm going to continue to play it because I like it. Now, I also own the Advanced Collection. I've played those games as well, and that was a great collection as well. So I'm glad to say that Konami is doing good work with these collections. Keep it up, right? Suikoden is coming up as well, which I hope is a good collection. I've never played those games either, so that's going to be a fun experience to be had. But yeah, I think this so far is a really good collection. There's also a lot of stuff to see, a lot of extras. I was pleasantly surprised with the Haunted Castle and Haunted Castle Revisited, a remake of the original game, right? That arcade game from 1988. Never heard of them, never played them. Very cool, especially that remake, that Haunted Castle Revisited. I was very surprised by the quality of the sprite work and the music and just how good it felt. Like, I literally jumped from the original to Revisited, and like, it's apparent that this is a modern game. The original, I was messing up, doing so many mistakes, and then I played this, like, the remake, and it's like, oh wow, this is cool. Nice little addition. I don't think it's anything crazy, but pretty cool. So yeah, overall, I think that this is a solid collection to have. If you've never played Castlevania games, and if you've never played the Igavania games in particular, and I want to iterate, and I want to talk a little bit about what that means, right? So Castlevania has always been, had always been, a game of essentially levels, right? You go from left to right, killing enemies, dodging obstacles, things like that, getting all the way to the end, and you beat your level, and so on and so forth. Until 1997 with Symphony of the Night, which was directed by Koji Igarashi. I want to say that's his name, Koji Igarashi. Yep, that is his name. He was the one that brought in the idea of taking the Metroid formula, right, the Surge Action formula, and blending it with Castlevania. Right, so that's how you got the Igavania style of Castlevania games, starting with Symphony of the Night, and then pretty much all these games, and I think most of the ones in the Advanced Collection, if not at least 2 of them, I know for sure, are in that style, right? So if you like that Metroidvania Surge Action style of gameplay, look no further. These are fantastic, great gothic horror atmosphere, great music, great gameplay. Definitely check them out. They do stand on their own, in my opinion. So yeah, I think that this gets a recommendation from me. So check it out. Like I said, the full stream is on the channel if you want to check that out as well. Yeah, buy it. I want more Castlevania games. I really do. Please. And again, thanks to Keymailer and Konami for hooking me up with a key. Really appreciate it. Anyway, this has been Onyx. We'll talk later. See ya.